on a chair or on a mat. And we can start from breathing. As usual, hands on the side. Inhale, hands out and up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And then exhale. And left hand on top of the right thigh, right hand next to your right hip on the floor. Inhale, straighten your back. Exhale, twist to the right. And take a couple breaths here. Switch to the left. Inhale, straighten your back. And exhale to the left. And then slowly face to the front and hands on the thigh and make the circle to the right. To the left. And then slowly come to the front. And then you can place right hand with the left ear. Inhale, straighten your back. And then bring it to the right. Take a couple breaths here. And then from here, you can the head to the left, like kind of like moving around a little bit to like adjust your extension. Stretch. And then slowly come back to the center. And then with your right ear, with your right hand, left hand, right ear, inhale, straighten your back. And then bring it to the left. Take a couple breaths here. Then bring it to the front, the head to the front, to this left side. And then come to the center. And then grab the hands behind your head. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. One more time. Inhale up. And round your back. Exhale down. Open your chest. Inhale up. Round your back. Exhale down. Open your chest. And then slowly come to the center. And then round your neck to the right. To the left. And then come to the center. We're gonna come to the tabletop, hands and knees on the floor. So for Parvin, I guess you can try whatever you can do on the chair. And then cat and cow. So inhale, drop your chest and then chest forward. Inhale, and then exhale, arch the spine. Inhale, chest forward. And exhale, arch the spine. So for Parvin, I think you can do the inhale and then exhale, kind of open, close and open. So we can do, so inhale, chest forward. Exhale, arch the spine. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, arch the spine. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, arch the spine. It's really important to give some exercise to the spine because there are lots of nerves there, and then you kind of have exercise there. Take a couple breaths on your own pace. and slowly come back to the center. So inhale, right hand up, and then exhale, bringing left hand and left knee, and then bringing the cheek on the right side. And then take a couple breaths here. And then slowly bringing the hands to the mat. And then inhale, left hand up. And then exhale, spreading needle between right hand, right knee, and then place the cheek, left cheek on the floor. And then take a couple breaths here. Sorry, bring the right hand on the floor and then come back to the tabletop. And then make the circle with the hip to the right. And then to the left. And then, sorry, come to the center. And then sit on the heels. And then extend your arms. And then rest on the forehead. It's child pose. If it's too much, you can place the blanket to the forehead or under your hip. And take a couple breaths. You can breathe in deeply to the back, lower back, and then exhale, relax. And then, sorry, come back to the tabletop and then cut the toes under, bring the hip up and back to down dog. So extend your arms and legs and left and right, bicycling. And then eventually bringing the heels to the floor and take a couple breaths here. And look the front and walk towards the front and then bend the knee and fold forward, hinging from the hip and grab the opposite side of the elbows and fold forward. And take a couple breaths here. And then drop your hands forward and then come up to the standing. But slowly roll your back. One vertebrae, like massaging your back. Come up slowly. And then left and right. Bend the elbows, right and left. Extend the arms to the sky or ceiling, right and left. And then slowly come to front. And let's try triples, hands on the waist. Find the focal point on the floor. Shift the weight to the left, slowly bringing the right foot to your shin or all the way up. Or you can do lotus. And then bring the hands to the front. Engage your core muscles. Tighten your stomach muscles. And bring the hands all the way up if you feel comfortable. Take a couple breaths here. And then slowly release. And then legs and then shake it off. Good job. Switch to the other side. So shift the weight to the right, hands to the waist. Slowly bring the foot, left foot to the shin, or all the way up to the thigh. And then you can bring the hands in front, or all the way up towards the ceiling. Wobbling is good. And 2 more breaths. Then slowly take it off, shake it off. Okay, so widen the distance between left and right. So I think it's better when you spread your arms. So the ankle is right below your wrist. It's good to start like how wide it is. Like you want to be really wide. Because if it's shallower, it's more walk. You have to walk on it. But here it's more closer, so it's easier to be on the floor. So at the beginning, I was told like widen, like right. The ankle should be right below the wrist. And then if you have the block, you can use the block. Otherwise, you don't have to. But okay, hands on the waist. Inhale, chest up, and then exhale. Fold forward, but you can micro bend the knee a little bit to support your knee joint. And then you can drop the hands on the block or blankets if you have, or you can bring the hands to the floor if you feel comfortable. And then inhale, straighten your back, and exhale, fold forward further. And if every inhale, straighten your back, and exhale, fold forward further. And then the hands, you can stay the hands where it is on the floor, or if you feel more flexible, you can bring in the hands towards between your feet, and then head of the top of the head is going to on the mat. So you can stay here for a couple of times. Couple breaths, slow, steady breaths. And one more breath. And then make sure knees bended, hands to the waist, and then slowly come up. Good. And bring the right toes to the right. So keep the left toes where it is. And hands to the side. Drop the right hand. Reach left hand towards the ceiling. And if you can keep this straight upward torso, you can go at the right hand, drop to the shin area, or all the way down to the floor, or you can use the block behind your right leg, and then you can support yourself. But key is I want you to keep the straight upper torso, and it's like you have the straight wall behind you, and you're like laying down like on the, like straight like you're on the wall, but without the wall. I want you to keep the posture with your core muscles and contract your thigh muscles, working on all the muscles right now. Take one more breath. And then inhale, come up. And come to warrior 2. So bend right knee, drop your hip. And then look towards the right. So to check the posture, shoulder is right above the hip, not to the front, go forward or to go back. I want you to put right above the hip. And then shoulders is away from the ear, meaning shoulder is not up. Just relax the shoulder. And then the knee is not over the ankle. So ideally right above the ankle. So you have to really drop your hip back. In the beginning, it's hard, so you can work on your muscles and core, and then you can go there little by little. And take one more breath. And then slowly extend your right legs and bring your right toes in. So both toes in, heels out. So up, outer edge of the feet is parallel to the mat. So a little bit toes in kind of. And then both of the weight is equally distributed on the both foot. And then thighs are active. So this time, grab the hands behind you and inhale up and exhale hinging from the hip. And you can micro bend the knee a little bit to protect the knee joint. And you can drop the head towards the floor and take a couple breaths here. And then slowly come up. Okay. So bring the left toes to the left. So turn the left toes to the left. So come to triangle pose on the left side. So we're going to do the same thing that we did from the right side. So both sides are contracted. That means, and then both of the weight is distributed to the both of the feet. So it has a strong kind of like feet is grounded like towards the down, and hands to the side, and pivot the hip to the a little bit to the back, to the right back, and then drop left hand and right hand towards the ceiling. And then again, you can use your block to a little bit. So if it's like that, you want to use the block to make it a little bit like so that it's straight. Straight is like straight, like as if you're laying laying to the this wall behind you. It feels like you have the wall behind you. Yeah, that's maybe the better way to say it. And take a couple breaths here. And then inhale, come up and come to the warrior two. So bend left knee, drop your hip. And then look to your left. Take one more breath. Another breath. And then last breath. And then inhale up. And let's come to seated. So you can place the soles of the feet together. And then inhale, straighten your back. And exhale, forward, forward. And take one more breath. And then inhale, come up. And bring your legs in front, straight legs in front. And then when you sit down, if your back is a little like curving, then you might want to put the blanket on your hip so that it's easy for you to achieve the straight back. Otherwise, you can sit on the floor. And then so bringing the chest to the side, back. Inhale, hands up. And exhale, fold forward, bringing the chest towards the side. And you can drop the hands on the floor or on the shin, or you can grab the big toes. And again, big toes is coming towards you. So it's the feet up flexed. And inhale, straighten your back. And exhale, bringing a little closer to the chest, to the thigh. But again, keep the straight back. And then take a couple more breaths. go further a little bit for closer to the chest and thigh. And then inhale, come up, and then release. So bringing the left foot inside of your right thigh. And inhale up. And then bring the, face your belly buttons to a little bit to the right knee, towards the right knee. Twist to the right a little bit, and then hands to the floor. And bringing the chest to your right thigh. And then thigh side is active. It's contracted, and right toe is coming towards you. So flex, and then inhale, straighten your back, and exhale further to the stretch. So bringing right chest to the right thigh, and keep breathing. And then if you can't keep the straight back, so your posture can be here, and then that's totally fine. You have to walk on where you feel good today. And let's take 2 more slow, steady breaths on your own pace. And then slowly up, and then left foot to the on the mat, 1/5 away from your right. So the left foot is 1/5 away from your right thigh, and then bringing the left elbow inside of your right knee, and the right hand next to your right hip on the floor. Inhale, straighten your back, and then exhale, twist to your right. And left, when you twisting at the same time, your elbow is pushing to the left and your knee is pushing to the right. So you're pushing each other. But then at the same time, you are twisting to the right. And keep breathing. And then slowly come back to the center. And then switch. So right feet inside of your left thigh. And left side is active, contracted. So your kneecaps should be lifted when you contract the left thigh. And right toes towards you, the flex feet. And then inhale, hands up. And then twist to the left a little bit, and exhale, bringing the chest to the left. And you can drop the hands to the floor or shin, or you can grab the toe, big toe. And take one more breath. And then slowly come up. Place the right foot on the floor, 1/5 away from your left side. And bring the right knee in, right elbow inside the right knee, and left hand next to your left hip on the floor. Inhale, straighten your back, and exhale, twist to the left. And again, the left toe is pointing towards you, so the left thigh is active. And then right elbow pushing to the right, and right knee pushing to the left, pushing each other. And take a couple breaths here. One more breath. And then slowly back to the front. And then the next, let's do the boat pose. So you can sit like this, and then hands to the floor next to your hip, and walk on that core, and bring the feet off the floor. So, and then you can bring the legs to the parallel to the knee. or if your core is, if you're strong enough, you can extend. Otherwise, you can keep it like that. And then you can bring the hands to the side. If you're not comfortable, you can place the hands on the floor. But let's count. Let's count 8. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and then cross the legs, and then hands to the floor, and then lift the hip up a little bit. You can do like that, kind of. Okay, and let's do one more time. And hands on the floor, and then bring the legs off the floor, and hands to the side, or you can place on the floor either way. So let's do 10 seconds this time. 10, 9, 8, use your core, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. And again, hands to the front, and then lift your hip up a little bit, and come back. Okay, and then let's lay down on the floor. And let's do the bridge pose. So the feet is hip width apart. Okay, lay down and feet is hip width apart, and then bring the hands on the side of the hip, both of the hands on the side of the hip, and then slowly bring the hip up, and then you can grab the hands below your hip on the floor, and then slowly try to bring the shoulder to the shoulder is behind. Try to kind of bring the chest up, like this, and take a couple breaths here. And then one more breath. And then slowly release the hands, and then bring your hip on the floor. And then bring your knees in towards you, and then left and right. And then make the circle with the legs to the left. And make the circle to the right. So you're kind of giving the massage to the lower back. And then let's do the open hip opener. So bring the right foot on top of your left thigh, like figure. So you're making the figure 4. And then bringing the left knee towards you. So you can, with your hands, you can grab the behind your left side and then bring it towards you. Or you can grab this left shin towards you. And right toe is flexed, by the way. So it's working on the hip opener. And take a couple breaths here. And then switch to the other side. Left foot on top of your right thigh. And then bringing the right thigh towards you. And then slowly release. And then bring the feet on the floor. And spread the, open your hands. And then bring the hip to the left. And bring the knees in. And then bring the knees to the right. And you're going to face to the left. So look to your left. The final twist. So you can stay there for like maybe several breaths. Slowly come back to the center. Straighten your spine, adjust your posture. And then let's switch to the other side. So bring your hip to the right a little bit, pivot the hip to the right a little, and then bring the knees hands in and then bring to the left and look to your right. Face to the right. One more deep breath. And then slowly straighten yourself and place the soles of the feet together. And then you can bring the hands to the waist, to the stomach, and take 3 deep, slow, steady breaths on your own pace. And you can feel how the stomach goes up and down as you breathe in and breathe out. So let's do 3 times. And then at the end, come to the right side of your body. And then you can place the hands behind your right ear and come to like the fetus pose. Take a moment here. And slowly, when you're ready, you can bring yourself back to seated. Okay, thank you for sharing the practice. Namaste.